Hello, Mimi. I am Jackson, obviously. I don't know. Okay, yeah, let's just go. So my 4 favorite things about you, even though there are way more and I can't count that high. Number 1 is that you are always open to do things, even if you have a lot of things planned and have no time at all. You always somehow make time, spend time. Me, Sophie, and the rest of your family, even though me and Sophie are obviously your favorites, because we're the best. Well, you're the best, actually. Yeah, and my second favorite thing about you is that you are very funny, great sense of humor, funnier than my dad's. His is a bit. Number 3 is you are very nice, and you will always help the rest of your family when you're in need, when we're in need or are in trouble and need help. You will always help us, even if your plans are full and anything like that. Yeah. Number 4 is you love books. Books are amazing. Books are the best. Happy birthday. Love you. Peace.
My 3 favorite things about Mimi are that she's kind, she's always happy, and I really love her laugh.
4 things I love about Mimi is she always has a nice thing to say. Another thing I love about Mimi is whenever I have an activity, I know she'll be in the audience cheering me on. Even more things that I love about Mimi is she always finds the coolest places to take me in spring. One last thing was her smile can light up the whole world if it went dark.
Alright, my favorite things about Aunt Kathy are her laughter. She's always super kind. I love seeing her every summer. It's so fun, like going to the lake and just talking with her. Yeah. Happy birthday, Aunt Kathy.
My first favorite thing about Mimi is how much she loves and cares for us. She's always making sure we're safe, always making sure that we know she loves us. And my second favorite thing is how much time she spends with us. She's always hanging out with us when we're up there. She always has something planned, like an activity, and it's so fun. Like, the activities are always fun. And my third favorite thing is how she's always there for us, and she has such wise words to give out whenever we need advice, and she's so kind-hearted, and she's amazing. And yeah, happy birthday. We love you so much, Mimi.
3 things I love about Mimi is how kind, forgiving, and thoughtful she is.
Hi Mimi, I hope you're having an amazing day, and there are 3 things that I want to share with you in this video. The first one being is our shared love of books. I cannot tell you how many amazing conversations we have had over the years about books that we both read, and we always have these deep conversations, and I absolutely love it. And you're always the one to point out something to me that I didn't notice before, so I cannot thank you enough for that. The second one being is how funny you are. I know you don't think you're funny, but I find you absolutely hilarious. When you smile, I smile. When you laugh, I want to laugh with you. And the third one being is, since I'm taking the teaching pathway, I cannot tell you how helpful it has been to have someone who has actually worked in the school system tell me their experiences, their stories, and all the things that have happened to them, so I cannot thank you enough for that. I hope you have a happy birthday. Love you.
My favorite things about Mimi is how when she comes to my football games, she cheers so loud. I can't always hear her, but I know she's there, so I love that. But, she has to sit down sometimes because she's yelling so hard. My other ones are she takes a lot of time to know what's happening with all 10 grandkids, which is a lot, and she puts in her time to do so. And then my other one is that she's really, really funny. Yeah. We love you, Mimi. My last one for Mimi is she knows how to plan really fun things. I'd say like she's the mayor of Greenville. She knows where everything is, so that's really fun for her to plan that. So thank you, Mimi. Love you.
Hi Mimi, happy birthday. My favorite things about you are that you're so kind, so smart, and so generous. I'm so thankful to have such a great Mimi.
Okay, moment of truth. Now it's obviously impossible to narrow down 3 things about Mimi. We all know this. So here are 3 of my favorites. I have a special guest who's going to help me out. guys, I have an announcement. No, I'm just kidding. This is Arlo. Hi, buddy. It's a kid I babysit. He rocks. He's gonna help me. Okay, number 1, Mimi's energy. It is radiant and it is undying. I tried to keep up with her on a walk over Thanksgiving break. That was impossible. Number 2, Mimi's patience. I am someone who finds myself to be very impatient throughout my daily life, and it's always very easy to think of Mimi and how she has patience with all of her loved ones, all of those around her, even when we can be tiresome. She always has patience and grace to grant to us. Number 3, obviously we all know how selfless Mimi is with her love and how she shares it. And that I feel like will be said across the board, is how selfless Mimi is and how she will show up for you in your time of need, whether it be for your mediocre musical shows that you're doing in Athens, Georgia, which she came to several of and it meant the world, or taking me to the Greenville Zoo or the Peace Center to instill a love of the arts that I'm now doing today. So thanks, Mimi. It has meant the world, and you will always show up. All right. I'm trying to make a speech over here, kid. Yeah. All right, you're going down. Mimi, we love you. Happy birthday, and I wish I could be there with you on your special day. I gotta go. Bye.
3 things that I love most about Mimi are her kindness. I think it is so wonderful that the kindest person that I know also is my grandmother. And not only that, but how contagious she is. I think we all kind of strive to be like her with the example that she sets, the way that she not only treats us, but just, strangers at the grocery store. Mimi will do everything short of give them a place to stay. And she might give them a place to stay. I also love how caring she is. I think we can all agree that or relate to having Mimi worry about us. And it's nice to know that comes from a place of care. And she worries because she cares so much. And it's very nice to be, a couple 100 miles away, but still know that Mimi's probably thought about you that day. And probably, it's like, oh, I hope he's all right. And then I also love just how Mimi has kind of personified unconditional love. I feel like it's so nice knowing that no matter what, kind of regardless of what's going on in the world or what's going on with your life, Mimi will always love you and always be there for you. Happy 75th, Mimi. Here's the 75 more.
Here are 3 things I love about Mimi. The first is her love for chocolate and sweets. She has a big sweet tooth, just like me. Every dance recital, basketball game, cross-country meet, she always had little Dove chocolates in her purse. The second thing I really love about Mimi is her ability to love others. Her family, her friends, strangers. It is so evident everywhere she goes how much she just loves others. And the third thing that I love about Mimi is her sense of humor, in the way that she is gracefully funny, and takes humor really well, in the way that she's able to laugh at Biggie after all of these years. I love you so very much. Mwah. Happy birthday.
My favorite thing about Aunt Kathy is her kindness and her generosity and her book recommendations and her laugh. One of my favorite stories is years ago, I think I was probably in college, and either Kate or I commented on how much we liked her socks, and she immediately took them off and tried to give them to us. And being college students, I think we actually took them. But that is just who Aunt Kathy is. She is always looking out for others and giving anything that she has to make other people's lives better. Happy birthday.
The things that I love about Aunt Kathy are her kindness and her generosity. I've been thinking about this for about a week or two and had a story that I wanted to share, but happened to look at Sarah's video right before I did this. And of course, it makes sense that we remember similar things. And so I remember learning realizing sometime in my early 20s that under no circumstances should I compliment anything that Kathy was wearing, because inevitably she would try to take it off of her back and give it to you. And so I remember it was a brown sweater or something like that. But inevitably, it happened sort of over and over. And so finally, I was like, okay, no more compliments, because she really does love sharing the things that she has with the people that she loves. So happy 75th.
Hi, happy birthday. So my 3 favorite things about Mimi or about Kathy are your boundless kindness. You are without a doubt one of the kindest people I have ever met. And that shows through in your family, your children, your grandchildren. It's a quality that shines through you and shines through them, and it's admirable. My second favorite thing is your sense of humor. You are very funny, as are your children. That also has shined through them and your grandchildren. It's a very funny family all around. And then my third favorite thing would be your love of books and reading, and also just learning in general. I think that's obviously a really important thing in life, and I love how it has sustained you. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. We are so excited, and we love you very, very much.
When I think about the things that I love the most about my mother, I think about the things that I want to emulate as a parent. And the things that always come to mind are her love of books and her love of singing and her love for us and for others. For the books, I don't know that I would be the lawyer that I am today if Mom hadn't encouraged me like she did to dive into books, find worlds full of magic and mystery and mostly dragons curled up in the willow tree. The way that you encouraged me as a young kid made me into the man I am today. For the singing, I can just hear her humming and walking through the family, just exuding joy, very much like Grandma used to do, and it just warms my heart. And her compassion, both for her family and for others, is just overwhelming. So selfless, something I will strive and never be able to accomplish the way that you have. You have made all of us who we are. We love you very, very much. Happy birthday.
Hey, Mom, love you. Here's a few things that I admire about you. Your generosity in so many ways, in the classical understanding, but also a generous interpretation with the unique ability to see the good in all people. My good day, that's what we're called to do, and you do it well. You tell a good story, you get us laughing, and of course our shared love of books, that goes without saying. All right. Okay, I don't think that one's mine. Those are nonfiction, and I don't love them. I need them. I do also appreciate how you find a way to connect with each one of our kids, and your faith. You have instilled a faith in us by showing us what faith looks like in action. And I think about how you lived your faith in your call at Greenville High, hearing those stories about how you worked with those kids, creating space for them, shining some light there, made me really proud to be your son. So that's my mom. Happy birthday, Mom.
3 things I love about Kathy is, 1, that she's curious, so conversations with her are always really fun and interesting. 2 is that she's a librarian, and so always has great recommendations for books to read, and I'm always interested in what she's reading. And I love that, like, she always has pocketfuls of books wherever we go. It feels like you're at home when you're around her because of that, because I also like to read quietly. And then 3rd and most important is her just generous spirit with her time, and how she will just, when you need her, pick up and come. And that's a real gift that's happened with us for a myriad of times, where you just call and know that she and Eric will show up, and you don't have to worry about anything, and things will be taken care of, and you can then do what you need to do to get better. Love you. Happy birthday.
So one of my favorite things about my mom is how helpful she is. She shows up to our house and asks me where my broom is, gets working on some laundry stains. She's so great with babies. She will travel with an apron sometimes. She is here to help. And that's not why I invite her to our house, but I am always so thankful for both Mimi and Biggie as help when they come to visit. The second thing that I love about my mom is her sense of wonder. About 10 years ago, Caroline and I went to New York City. It was the first time she'd ever been. And she kept walking around saying, I've seen this in movies my whole life. I can't believe we're here. She just carries that sense of wonder into everyday life too, like parades and fall leaves and Chick-fil-A biscuits and anything that her grandchildren do that she can see them, performing on stage or athletically. It's just all of it amazes her. Everything is mind-boggling to my mom. And I find it so endearing how easily impressed my mom is. My third favorite thing about my mom is what an amazing friend she is. It's part of how she lives out her faith in the world. And I wrote down some of them because I didn't want to forget. When other people back away or run away because life gets messy or complicated, my mom really digs in. Whether that's visiting church members once they're in the nursing home or helping get some of her friends who are really isolated, just getting them out to lunch. She leaves no friend behind. And she's become a wonderful friend to me. Just last weekend, she said, I see how hard you try, Ava. And it strengthened me. And it reminded me what a gift she is in the world as an encourager. So thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. I hope you have an amazing birthday. We love you so much.
My three favorite things about Mimi. First of all, Mimi is absolutely always thinking of others. She puts everybody else ahead of her. She is so generous with her time and with her heart. Second, she and Anna have this absolutely amazing connection. When they are in the same room together, it is just wonderful being present to hear them go back and forth. I can't keep up with all of it, but that's okay. It's not for me. And third, get the phone. I mean, she was laid out on the ground, needed a hand, and I was offering it, and all she could say to me was, get the phone, Brian.
Kathy, I just want to say happy birthday to you. And I want to say 3 different things about you: that you always put everyone else first before yourself. You're always so kind. And I want to thank you for always coming with me to my infusions, knowing you were coming to support me. But I think a small part of you wanted the Lorna Doones and this warm blanket. Thank you from the bottom of my heart and more. You are the best. Love you.
Hey, this is the second time we had to do this because Marilyn cried on the first one. Yeah, Kathy, thank you for your chicken broccoli casserole. And one other thing, really happy that you are way older than me. Thanks. Bye. Happy birthday.
Trying to narrow down the things that I love about Kathy is an almost impossible task. She's kind, faithful, honest, strong sense of social justice, and she's also a lot of fun. But I think what means the most to me is her support and love for her family. And as her sister, I have felt that from a very early age. It's kind of a strange story, but anyway. I don't remember a lot about our brother's funeral, the day of our brother's funeral. What I do remember is how much Kath and Eric were there for me. I have this vivid memory of riding in the car behind the hearse on the way to the cemetery. And I was sitting next to Kathy, and she had her arm around me so tight. And it evoked this feeling of safety and protectiveness that I continue to feel this day. She's my sister. And we share a lifetime of memories of being the daughters of Max and Frances Olson. I'm especially blessed to have her in my life today. She is one of the first people that I want to call for perspective when the wheels are falling off, and when I want to share and laugh with when things are going good. She enriches my life and makes the world a better place.
Hey, Kathy, the world is a better place with you in it. You are the best wife, the best mother, and the best grandma ever. You go to all your grandkids' events and support them, and you take care of them. You are awesome. You are a great role model. You are so caring and so compassionate. And everyone loves you, including me. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. I love you.
Happy 75th birthday, Kathy. I wanted to get 3 of my favorite Kathy things to you. I remember a sunny Sunday morning, summer morning at Mom and Dad's lake place when we first met you. And I think that's kind of when you took over to be the heart of the family. The Thomases find you right at the center of everything that happens. And that's been a wonderful thing for the Thomas family, especially the way you take care of my precious baby brother. So, sweetheart, thank you for that. Another favorite Kathy thing is the wonderful holiday dinners that you always somehow pull off, Thanksgivings and Christmases and weekends up at the lakes. It's just fantastic the way the whole family comes around and how you pull it off, and the wonderful food and the family, just the love. So thanks, Kathy, for that. And then more recently, thank you for hooking me up with my 3 best friends. They spend every day with me out here on the sun porch in my golden years. And so Kendall and Solace and Alexa, we all thank you for the gift. Happy birthday, Kathy.
Whoa, father and mother, sister and brother. If it feels nice, don't think twice. Just shower the people you love with love. Show them the way that you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. Do as I say. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Things are gonna be much better if you only will. Well, you can run, but you cannot hide. This is widely known. And what you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself alone? Once you tell somebody the way that you feel, you can feel it beginning to ease. I think it's true what they say about these